Hi everyone, my name's Shelley and I am just going to show you all me cleaning our study/homeschool room. I have anxiety and depression, and sometimes life just gets really hard, and I'll normally end up with one room that's just become dumping ground during that time, and this time it was this room. So this isn't what our house normally looks like. The rest of it looks quite good, and it's a bit embarrassing showing it at its worst, but I really needed the motivation to really tackle this because it's such a big job. And this ended up taking me about an hour to get done. So I haven't done videos like this before, and I didn't position the camera very well. But I just cleaned up that corner a little bit. I had some boxes in there, and I just gave it a little vacuum so that I could get that chair back in that corner and free up a lot more space. It really helped out a lot. So I'm in Queensland, Australia, and like I said earlier, my name is Shelley, and the little boy that walks around throughout the video is my son Zeppelin. And the Labrador that follows me around all the time is Iluka. So that is our entire family. I'm a solo mother. I've been a solo mother since I got pregnant, and Iluka joined us in about June this year, and it's been really good. My sister breeds Labradors, and we chose Iluka specifically because he has a really great temperament most of the time. And yeah, so I'm hoping we can train him up as an autism assistance dog eventually, but you've got to get a lot of training done and get him into a program, and there's only one place that trains autism assistance dogs around here, and it's still about 2 hours away from us, so not sure if we'll get in or be able to afford what they charge, but we will try and make that happen in the meantime. And even if he doesn't get in, Iluka has just been such a blessing to our lives. He has the perfect temperament to help us out and really get us together. Like the last depressive episode I had, it was a lot less than it could have been because Iluka, he gets us moving again when things are hard, and he needs the care that now my son's older can often, get meals and stuff for himself, but a puppy can't. So it really brings you out of what I call the fog, which is really good. And he is just hilarious. So I have an Instagram account called Single Lane Road. It has a lot of videos and pictures of just our life. I only restarted it again recently. I took a break during this last episode from social media because social media can be quite hard on mental health. So my son has autism, in case you can't tell by us training Iluka as an autism assistance dog. But we also found out when he was being diagnosed that I also have autism. So I'm not officially diagnosed, but the doctor that diagnosed my son is the one that said it. So I consider that pretty much fact. And yeah, so there's just a lot that goes into our life that means that things are just really overwhelming sometimes. And we still kept up with homeschooling, we just did it in another part of the house. So the way I organised things as I went around the room was I had a blue bucket and a white laundry basket, and things that didn't belong in this room went in the white laundry basket, and things that did but I needed to put away went in the blue bucket. And at one point I ended up grabbing a second white laundry basket for stuff staying in the room because I just ended up with so much stuff. But it worked out about an hour of cleaning, and I'm pretty happy with that. It could have been a lot longer. So I just really, once I started videoing this I really got motivated and I just really got in there, and most things found their home again. There were a few items that I didn't find a home for yet, and that is some paperwork I need to sort out and some old journals and diaries that I'm sorting. So you'll see them later when I organise the baskets. My vacuum is a Bissell Pet Hair one. I don't know the exact name anymore. I only bought it a couple of weeks ago because our Labrador sheds a lot of hair, especially changing from winter to summer right now. Well, technically it's spring, but it was almost 40 degrees yesterday and the day before, so it's hot. And yeah, so there's just been a lot of dog hair everywhere, so we've really needed a good pet vacuum, and the Bissell just met all of our needs. So that joined the family only recently and I'm loving it. And this room had a lot of dog hair in it. Even though he doesn't spend much time in here, it just really gets everywhere. And there were certain spots I was just shocked how much dog hair there was, because he really shouldn't be getting hair into such odd places, but it just goes everywhere. But I'm glad I got it all done. So if people don't know anything about Australia, up the top of the bookshelf there, I have some flags, and the blue one you should know is the Australian flag. Then on the left of that is the one with green on it and a white symbol in the middle. That is the Torres Strait Islander flag, and Torres Strait Islands are north of Queensland, which is the pointy tip bit of Australia, and that is the flag that represents the First Nations people, which just go by Torres Strait Islanders. And then the other flag, which is on the right when you see that again, is the Aboriginal flag. And Aboriginal Australians were the first people of Australia. They lived here for 40,000 years, which is just amazing. Their culture is so rich and beautiful, and we just love learning about it. And my son loves flags, so that's why our world map there has all the flags on it, and it's why we also have the flags up the top there. And yeah, we always try and remember the Torres Strait Islander and Aboriginal as an equal part of Australia with everything else, because they really touch us and we really feel connected and motivated as much as we can by that history. So that's what those flags are, in case anyone was wondering. And yeah, so here I was just sorting out those buckets and then just putting everything away where it all belongs. And it was actually quite quick. Once I got there, I knew where most things were going. It was just really the journals and some paperwork. And there were a few things from Underwater World, a trip we did last month, that I really wasn't sure what to do with them, and I was umming and ahhing, and I eventually got my son to put one toy thing in the gym/toy room, and something else, a lanyard, into his room so he can use that whenever he needs one. And yeah, and then there were some posters which I've just got up the top there. You can see the cylinder, white cylinder. They've just got to be stuck up later. But overall, I think it all went pretty well and it all looks pretty good. So that is the end of this, and I just thank you for listening to me talk. And if you actually like this and want to see more videos from me, please let me know. I always have cleaning to do. It's a never-ending job. So thank you. I am very proud of the work today, getting back to feeling human as my house gets sorted. See ya.